Yeah. Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Bazaar. I think that sentence doesn't really work. It's called The Bazaar, but it would have sounded weird if I said it like that. Anyways, we are halfway through our first run here where they've kind of been teaching us how to play the game. Um, and we're just kind of doing stuff, and so far it's kind of working. We did lose one monster fight when we tried to fight a really hard monster, but other than that, things have gone smoothly. And I imagine that because it's the tutorial, maybe it's a little bit easier. But anyways, we got 4 wins so far, no losses. We're on day 5, and we got this like musket revolver katana build with a switchblade in the middle going on. So here we are at the beginning of day 5. We'll continue where we left off. Let's see what our choices are. Sells medium and large item, buys your small items at +1 value. That seems like a pretty good idea because I got all this spare change. I could sell the spare change for extra money. What else we got? Eat at Finn's to get max health. So the whole idea behind our build is just kill them. We do have the goggles here, but other than that, it's literally just kill them before we die. So, like, max health might be useful for us. And then other than that, we could just get a weapon. I don't think we have to buy this weapon. I think we just get it. But I see this guy, Barcoon, as an investment because we get to sell all of our spare change for more money.
As a GSM and master merchant, I can sell you things.
So I could like maybe wait for a better opportunity, but I think this is a good enough opportunity.
Oh, look. It's so tiny.
Okay, that voice line was pretty funny. Alright, so what does he sell? When you crit, haste 1 item for 1 second. That seems pretty good. Adjacent items have 15% crit chance. That's good, but there's no way for me to put the katana there next to it. But we are going to be critting a lot, right? Because we got Vanessa's amulet. And, like, the musket's a guaranteed crit, so that's automatically going to trigger this thing. What else do we have? Ooh, reload adjacent ammo items. So if I understand, because from what we've been seeing,
Take your time.
when the musket shoots, it stacks itself up again to be ready to shoot again, but it doesn't have any ammo, so it doesn't shoot, right? So if this thing, because this thing stacks faster than the musket does. If this thing stacks first, but doesn't have anywhere to put its ammo, what happened? I guess I could put it in between the bolus and the musket, but we might be better off just not putting the bolus on the board if we have this. Your ammo items have 20% crit chance. When one of your items runs out of ammo, charge this by 1 second. See, the fact that it charges by 1 second almost makes me want to keep the bolus on the board. And that's all it does. When you win a fight against a player, gain 1 XP. If you had wanted poster in play, gain 1 additional XP. Your items have 10% crit chance. That seems a little bit tough at this point. If we had had that earlier, I would have liked it. So we pretty much need that, I think. I don't think there's any way we can go both Sextant and Ramrod. There's just not really enough room on our board.
I'm supposed to be hard selling you.
And the revolver doesn't really need the Ramrod because it will reload itself with crits. Like, these things all synergize is the problem. The reason I want both of these is because they all synergize. So we're definitely getting rid of the bolus here, I think. And we might as well sell it because it sells for more to this guy. We might be getting rid of the bayonet or the goggles.
The Grand Society of
Unfortunately, I
Master
bought this
Merchants
shielding
invites you
thing.
to. What was it?
What if we went all in on the musket, essentially? Okay, so this is one of those where it's going to take a lot of thinking. Because there's a lot we could do. I could just buy the ramrod, get rid of these two, or like get rid of the bolas and the goggles, maybe keep the bayonet, and just call it good. And that would make our musket way more effective. But there's also the option that maybe I get rid of the bolas, get rid of the bayonet, get rid of the goggles, maybe get rid of the switchblade,
I miss the forests of Arbor.
and go with both of these. And then just go all in on the musket. Because the musket has a 100% chance to crit, so it's always going to proc the sextant. And it's also... The sextant gives everything else a chance to crit, which is going to buff the revolver. But getting rid of the switchblade doesn't seem like a good idea.
We orcs respect patience.
And it's a really tough choice to know whether I should get rid of the bolus or keep the bolus with the ramrod. Because in theory, I could put the ramrod in between the bolus and the musket, and then it would reload both of them. The problem is the first reload's going to go to the bolus because the bolus shoots first. Then the musket's not going to get a reload until 10 seconds in, but that's fine because the musket doesn't shoot until the second shot until the 12th second.
From sapling to old growth.
But there's also a chance that the bolus might eat the second shot then? Oh no, it won't because the musket will run out of ammo, charging this by 1, so it's actually only going to take it 9 seconds to get there. There's really complicated math that would actually tell me what the best choice of action here is. So I'm for sure going to get the ramrod. There's almost a chance I could drop the amulet, but maybe not. And the bayonet, honestly, the only way the bayonet would be good is if it was on the katana, right? Which actually, why have I not been doing this? Now that I think about it, the bayonet gets 20 extra damage from being here. And it goes off every single time the katana goes off. So I'm not losing anything by doing it this way. Because it still gives the damage to the katana from the switchblade. But it also goes off every single time. Yeah, I should have just been doing this the whole time. So that was kind of foolish to not be doing that. Now, the other thing I could do is put the ramrod in between the musket and the revolver. I don't really need the revolver to be getting ammo from the ramrod, but it would be nice to get the 20% crit chance on the revolver. And then if we're critting so much, then all of a sudden the sextant is like, why am I not getting the sextant? If we're just doing like a turbo crit build. Oh, can this not crit? How does this work? Because it doesn't say crit chance like everything else. It just says deal 30 damage. So maybe it is actually worse.
The Grand Society of Master Merchants invites you to. What was it?
Yeah, I kind of think this bayonet can't crit, huh? And if then the extra 20 damage that I'm getting from right-hand weapon can't crit, it would be more valuable to be on the katana, because the katana could make that damage crit. Granted, it's only 20% crit chance, so you'd have to do another complex math equation to figure out if 20% of 20 damage is better or worse, and it also changes depending on how long the fight is. Oh, jeez. Okay,
Oh, days like
so
this,
I think
I
that means
wish
the
I
bayonet
were
goes there.
stronger.
How can I fit the sextant in? I feel like the only way I could fit the sextant in is if I get rid of the amulet. And this does give 50% crit chance to adjacent things. But there's only so many things I can have adjacent. And there's no way for me to get the katana to be adjacent. Because then I have to get rid of this. Well, actually, I could put it to the right. Ah, this is a really
Take
tough
your
choice, huh?
time. We orcs respect patience.
Alright, give me the
Did
ramrod.
you see it, Quixel? I made a sail.
Kinda like this guy. Alright, so I think the ramrod in between the bolus and the musket is a play. We already did the calculation that the musket would not miss a beat for its first 2 shots. I don't know if after that it might miss a beat. The good thing is every time the musket fires, it runs out of ammo, so it automatically bumps this forward by 1 second. Now, the other thing I'm considering is that because the
Perhaps that little
sextant is a
bird tonight was
guaranteed,
soft
this is a
breeze.
guaranteed crit. I could, in theory, be guaranteeing the sextant rocks. But yeah, I'd have to get rid of... I'm
Our
fine with
days
getting
like
rid
the
of the
sea.
bolus. The problem is
Supposed to be hard selling you.
can I really afford to get rid of the amulet? And if I'm getting rid of the amulet, then maybe am I just getting rid of the katana? Because the sextant has a chance. I assume it's just picking a random item. The less items it has to pick, the more likely it is to pick the musket.
The Grand Society of Master Merchants invites you to.
This is such a tough call.
What was it?
Because there's so many items that depend on each other, right? Like, the katana depends on the switchblade and the amulet to be... Maybe not as much the amulet, but it definitely depends on the switchblade. The revolver kind of depends on the amulet, but it could be convinced to just depend on the musket. Oh, jeez. I think the sextant just isn't good enough. Because, like, what does haste mean? I think for 1 second, it doubles
Oh,
how
days
fast it
like this,
increases.
I
So
wish the
technically you get
forts
2
were longer.
seconds for 1 second. But it's only on one item. Now, the other bonus to take into account is the 15% crit chance. But I can't think of a way to build our board where 2 items that really want the 15% crit chance get it. Because there's no way for me to give it to the katana and give it to 2 items. Ideally, I guess I would give it to the bolus and the revolver. At which point I could maybe get rid of the amulet and the switchblade. Or I could get rid of
Take
the
your
katana
time.
and use the
We
switchblade with
always
the revolver.
respect
It's
this
too
stuff.
complicated. I can't figure out a good way to use the sextant. It just doesn't fit. And the sextant obviously giving the crit chance to the musket that already has 140 crit chance. I don't think that helps us. So let's sell the things we're not going to use then. Am I really getting rid of the bayonet? I mean, now's the chance. What's better, the bayonet attached to the katana, which just sounds hilarious? We're selling the goggles. Get out of
This
here,
is a
goggles.
gift at any price.
And then the bayonet attached, like we already talked about it, but I don't actually know what's better. The bayonet attached to the katana. Because if the bayonet really can't crit, but the crit chance is only 20%, I think the bayonet attached to the katana is better than the bolas. And then we move the revolver over to the ramrod just to get the extra crit chance. Because I don't think the revolver's ever going to run out of ammo. Because it gets 2 when the
I'm
musket
stuck in
goes
time
off. And the
around
musket's going
times
off once every single cycle, every 2 cycles of the revolver at least. So it's always going to be a full ammo. So the ramrod should almost never be filling the revolver at all. So yeah, I think I could be wrong, but
You
I think
smart
this is the best
bastard.
play. I think do this, and then we want the this to go all the way over here. So then the ramrod is buffing both of these two things. Switchblade's buffing both of these. I think that all makes sense. So that was probably the longest shopkeeper ever, but I think this is what I could theorize to be the strongest way we could come out of this shop. We do have a lot of gold. I could technically re-roll now. Sells medium and large items. The problem is like, what am I going to get, right? Because I just spent all that time reorganizing all this stuff. What I would want is probably a musket or a ramrod. But what I'm going to get is
My
probably
days like
another
this.
item to think about.
Wait, I'm supposed to be hard selling you.
Let's do it. What do we got? What is this? Repeater. When you use another ammo item, charge this by 1 second. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Water wheel. Haste your other items for 2 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 2 seconds. Ooh. Trebuchet burn item that could reload the musket. When you use another weapon or haste, charge this 2 seconds. Ooh, okay, obviously water wheel is very good with the katana. But that would mean that I either have to give up the switchblade or the bayonet.
The Grand
And this
Society
takes
of
up 3
Master
slots.
Merchants invites you to. Uh, what was it?
Is there any way we can make the repeater work? So this thing's like the revolver, only does a lot more damage. And the ramrod, and in theory, it could shoot faster if we have enough ammo items. So then the question becomes, I could get rid of the
Days like this, I
katana.
miss the forests of Arbor.
Get rid of the katana? Am I really going to get rid of the katana? I could get rid of the katana. Put the repeater here touching the ramrod. Put the revolver over with the bayonet. It would slow down the bayonet by 1 second. Because the revolver's slower than the katana. But then we have the repeater with the ramrod. I think that might be the play. I'm going to keep the katana for now. Part of me also just wants to go like crazy with the water wheel. But I think we're getting a little bit too wild if we do that.
I'll show those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
Okay, so now we got an interesting build. We can always pull the katana back out if we think we want it. But I think this might be really good. Now the other question is, this has a 60% crit chance. The bayonet might not actually be worth it. But there's no good place for me to put the bayonet. Is there anything else I could do? Yeah, everything's just like slightly off. I want to get rid of the bayonet. Because I think the revolver with all that crit chance is going to be better than the bayonet. But I want it to be touching the switchblade still. Does this work is my question. I don't think it does. So I guess the question is, what's better? Like, is the bayonet being here better or worse? Assuming that it doesn't actually give the bayonet 6 attack, I think it's actually just worse to have the bayonet here. Oh, jeez. This is getting complicated, huh? I'm gonna sell the bayonet.
I'll never resell this.
Okay. That's the build right now. I didn't plan on walking out of this shop with one less item. But, by golly, we're gonna try this.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
I teach, you learn.
Also, I drank
We're
all
a
of my
team.
water trying to figure out what we were gonna do there. Okay, so poison items have +2 poison. Rightmost poison item has +6 poison, or the first time your enemy falls below half health chart. Yeah, let's do that, because our entire strategy is just burst them down, right? So we hit them with all of our shots immediately. If they go down to half, then everything speeds up and we do it again. Yeah, give me that. That sounds great.
Proud of you.
Okay. Sell items. Work at the docks to earn some coin. Gain 5 gold. Working at the docks also gave us an item last time. And I can also sell those rolling pins, and I could sell the katana. I think we go here. And I think I'm gonna... I wish I had the goggles back now. I realized after we made all those changes, I shouldn't have sold the goggles. I sold them preemptively. I didn't need to sell them yet. We're gonna go for a tool again. Haste a non-weapon item for 2 seconds. When you use another non-weapon item, charges. I don't think that's good enough. We'll probably just end up selling that. Okay, I'm fairly confident in this build. This is not a diamond enemy this time. Although I could see the duelist maybe having a valuable item for us because it's a lot like guns and swords. But I'm gonna go with the hardest thing.
Oh, you'd make a lovely stick.
1200 HP, huh? Well, let's see how this goes, huh? Oh, they have like freeze? How are we doing? We're doing really good, actually. Oh, come on. It's so close. I lost? What do you mean he had 14 health? Oh, no. You know, if I had had, like, the goggles or the bolus, if I hadn't sold both of those, I think we would have won. It's all about the musket now. It's all about the musket. Dang it. I made such a big mistake not having something to just put in the last slot. Like, it could just sit over here next to the amulet and just be... Oh, I also noticed now that we got a full set of powers, we now have more power slots. Well, I've messed up. That's my bad. So, the mistake I made was I should have just left things in the storage until I knew exactly what I was going to do. Because after I sold them before I rerolled, and after I rerolled, I was like, oh, wait, I kind of could have used those. Buys your large... I don't have large items. A non-weapon item could be just what we want, though. Oh, it only has one? Didn't realize that. I think I am just gonna buy it, though. Our musket doesn't really need this, but... we might as well. Okay, this is interesting. We can fight another monster. Which I kind of think we should do. It's the same monster. Round 2, lady. Hopefully she's just as good as last time and our burn is just enough. Maybe. We'll see, I guess. Ooh, that freeze. Yeah, we dominated that time. What the heck? That was the difference? Just having the pop snappers? Oh, I realize this thing has ammo. Maybe I should move it somewhere else. What is this? When you sell this, your leftmost poison item gets +2 poison. Okay, well. So, we're at the fight now. Do I want to move the pop snappers next to the ramrod? Because so far the repeater is not firing as much as it could. And the pop snappers is a lot more likely to run out of ammo than the repeater. When you burn, reload.
Some bad gold meat.
Hold up. So what I'm thinking here is the pop snappers is gonna reload the musket. So then we just have the ramrod reload the pop snappers. Does this work? I think. Again, this guy has won no games. It's gotta be a tutorial thing, right?
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
You do see these tusks, right?
I'm not even gonna try and figure out what this guy's build does right now. We're just gonna... Okay, does it... Yes, it does reload the muscle. Holy, he is destroying me.
You can learn a lot from losing.
Okay. I'm starting to think that it just doesn't say what, like... How has this guy lost every single time and then he just absolutely obliterated me? I mean, I guess it was pretty close, but... When you lose to a player, you lose prestige equal to the current day. So it's day 5, so we lost 5 prestige. When you run out of prestige, your run is over. Well, that stinks. What happened here? How did that go so poorly? Musket only fired once. How did he beat me so fast? How did this thing go off 4 times? What the heck? I don't know how he did that, but that's crazy. Well, is there a deck builder that's easy to learn? Depends on your definition of easy to learn. But I'd say like the basic really good one is Slay the Spire. If you want to like go figure out what deck builders are at their base level, Slay the Spire is probably the best one. It's where you have a few different characters that kind of focus on different mechanics, so you can pick whichever character you like. And then you literally build a deck of cards that do things. And it starts with, like, your first card will be, like, attack, deal 5 damage. And then defend, like, block 5 damage. Like, that's where you'll start with Slay the Spire. So, that's probably your best bet for learning stuff. This one is quite complicated because it's not a deck of cards, so we're doing something completely different. Yeah, Slay the Spire is really it's a great game. They're also coming out with a new one. I don't know when, but I know they announced Slay the Spire 2. What do we got? Get a silver tier ammo item. We're kind of all in on ammo items now. Get 2 gold and silver tier loot. Silver tier item. Show me the ammo item. It's a musket. Surely that's gotta be good. We're kind of all in on this musket strategy. Okay, while the day flips over, I'm gonna go fill up my water. I mean, I guess how much would you even consider this a deck builder? Maybe that was a bad name to put. Because, like, I kind of consider our, like, mat a deck, but we're not drawn, like, the deck isn't changing while we're fighting. Well, it kind of is, because these things are attacking. It's hard. This one's complicated. I would maybe call it a deck builder, but I could see why someone would not call it a deck builder. Because, like, I think of this as our deck, and, like, our chest is also our deck. And I could interchange things. But in a regular deck builder, you would be drawing your cards over the course of the fight. But in this case, you instead have cooldowns. Anyways, what do I even want? A small... I feel like I should get some chocolate bars. Probably. Just get more health. I think I'm gonna buy the premium chocolate bars. Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't have enough room for the chocolate bars. Oh, I'm stupid. I could have just, like, there was no reason for me to not just sell these things. Goodness. Well, those are mistakes that are gonna happen. Especially when we're just starting. Get a med kit. A temporary boost. Buy your large items. I don't have large items. What is a temporary boost? Gain 10% of your max HP for the rest of the day. Heal items. Get extra healing for the rest of the day. Weapons. Okay, well, we want this. I'll probably just go for the hard fight again. I keep getting overconfident and thinking that we can win it, but I still think that we can win it. Well, let's get some more max HP. Yeah, I messed up. I could have had more max HP there. Okay, this guy's got a lot of HP. What does he do? He poisons. He seems to do a lot of poison. Which is not working out for him very well. Okay, we're gonna get that. Well, let's see. So yeah, it's all the musket. The revolver's doing a little bit, but the repeater is also there. Your poison items gain +1 poison for the fight. Okay, I mean, if we had a poison build, that would be good, but we don't, so that's probably just going to be a sell. Lose 1 income, gain 6 gold. We're only like halfway through our run, so I don't think that's the play. I think we're just trying to find, like, upgrades to our items now. Lighter. So can the pop snappers even crit? Like, can burn crit? I don't know how that works. And this, there's no good thing for me to put to the right of this. I guess I could do that instead of the Switchblade. This is essentially like starting with 3 Switchblade procs. Or no, oh no, it's an active item.
How's your credit?
Is this better than the Switchblade? That's the question. And also, is the lighter better than the pop snappers? We are gonna have +3, so it's 5 burn instead. But it won't get the 20% crit chance from being ammo item. Honestly, I don't think the lighter matters. It is faster, I guess. The pop snappers is never gonna run out of ammo. I don't know. I think the real question is for the honing steel. Because the Switchblade is also giving the repeater damage. I don't think it's worth it. get a reroll. Oh, there's the bolus. Reload the item to the right of this. 2 ammo. See, this is the kind of item I was looking for, but it wouldn't have counted as an ammo item, so it wouldn't have worked when I thought I was going to get it from that one gun salesman. But I don't think I'm going to run out of ammo with anything anymore, so I actually don't think this has any value to me. Suppose I'll hold on to that stuff and sell it, but...
If you want cheap junk, go see Curio.
What do we got? Gain 5 gold. Fight a deadly monster. Sell small and large item. Buys your medium items. I should go here, because I could sell all these medium items that I have. Why are these so high damage? Is it just showing what they'd be if they were the rightmost damage item? Part of me wants to fight the deadly monster, but I could get so much value out of this guy. Okay, we got throwing knives again. Cannonball. Adjacent ammo items have +3 max ammo. That's interesting, but I don't think that's good enough. And I don't think the throwing knives is good enough. I think I've got a reroll. Jellyfish. I don't think we want to go poison since we already haven't been doing poison. Yeah, I don't think any of this is worth it. But let's make sure we sell all of our things. We're going to keep the katana for now. Still haven't figured out if I made a mistake going with this build. I think this is the right play. I just don't know if I'm... Oh, what do we... Oh, we have 25 damage on the day. That's why everything shows us having more damage.
I didn't want to sell that anyway.
Okay, what can we get? Silver tier skills. Upgrade a silver or lower item. I could potentially upgrade... like, maybe the switchblade? If I could get that... I wonder how much damage that would go up to giving... because it's not about what the switchblade does. It's about what the switchblade is giving to these. Or I could get a skill, which could also be good. If I get to choose, I think this would be the highest value. Oh, I didn't... Okay, it goes up to 9, though. Which, I would have preferred 12, but I think 9 is still big for us. What do we got? Another... This person has, like, a skin or something. I wish I could... Like, it seems like their stats are not showing appropriately. Maybe they are.
Young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Like, this person doesn't even have a full board, but... What is this? This red is also damage. What the heck? The ship fires 5 times? That seems like a problem for me. I'm just gonna lose horribly, huh? Well, we got close. Oh, I won?
Talent, you should put it toward nobler use.
Wow. Okay, that was... I did not I wasn't expecting that thing to shoot 5 times. How are we looking here? The repeater pulled through. I think the repeater crit at the end to win for us. It does have 40% crit chance, so that's not unheard of, but... Still the musket doing the most work. But the repeater definitely helped a lot there. This ship flagship thing is crazy. What the heck? It seemed like this guy's build, like, he just has, like, stupid stuff in here. Like, if he didn't have this, and maybe had something better than the lighter, he probably would have won. What do we got? A bunch of bronze stuff, huh? We got a lot of gold right now, so we probably don't need to just get 5 gold. See if we could buy some stuff.
With no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Okay, another chance at the sextant. Haste adjacent items for 1 second. You have a vehicle or large item, reduces items cooldown by 50%. That's crazy. Figurehead. Aquatic items to the left side. Blah, blah. Okay. These are all aquatic as well.
Good.
I don't have a large item or a vehicle.
Breathe.
Yeah, I don't think this is good enough. But maybe we should reroll. Because we have the money. Problem is, like, I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what I want to make this build better. I don't know if I want to be upgrading these things or if I should be looking for a different thing to put in here. This can give us piranhas. Oh, are you saying that that guy maybe had... I should have looked at his skills. I think there's a skill that probably, like, brings you back to full health. Or maybe it heals you when you would die or something like that. So you're saying I actually killed him twice. I guess that would make sense. I just wasn't even thinking about that being a possibility. But now that you mention it, I think I have heard of a skill that at least gives you a certain amount of health. Maybe not full health. I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't think this is helping.
I feel like you're not being fully present with me.
Small shield item. You could travel almost anywhere. Infinite rerolls. Let's do this. We got plenty of money. Oh, so at 50% maybe a proc? I don't know. He's already gone and we can't look at his stats anymore, so... Oh, so for 1 gold, I only have 1 choice, but... I mean, I'm kind of thinking that this is a good place to go, because I only have small and medium items. Maybe I could upgrade some of them?
Everyone here is huge. It's terrifying.
There's a grenade again. Part of me is tempted to drop the amulet to put the grenade next to the ramrod. And then the pop snappers...
You hugelings do everything slow.
The problem is the pop snappers doesn't care about if the musket has ammo or not. It's gonna keep going. So I can't guarantee that the pop snappers is actually gonna keep reloading the musket if I don't have the ramrod filling it up. But the grenade only has 1 ammo, so it's gonna buff the ramrod. I could maybe shift everything. And then not have the repeater? Like, what are the odds I'm using all the repeater shots, right? And that'll make it actually, the repeater will charge faster if I have the grenade. Or I could just not worry about the pop snappers at all, put the musket next to the ramrod, but I guess the pop snappers probably isn't getting anything from this crit chance. I don't know if it is or not.
You're slower than Barcoon. Amazing.
If I could put the pop snappers away, go like this.
I guess I made a sale.
Put the grenade here. And now we got like 2 muskets, kind of. On either side of the ramrod. Both of them only have 1 shot, so they're going to be charging the ramrod pretty quickly. The only thing I'd be concerned about is the repeater running out of ammo. Because the repeater's going to charge pretty quick like this. Well, actually, it should just charge the same rate unless I replace the amulet with the pop snappers. I think this will work. This should be more damage. Hopefully. And hopefully the repeater just won't run out of ammo. And I think keeping the 20% crit chance is big. Because the grenade needs the crit chance. The repeater kind of needs it. The revolver can use it. Okay, yeah, let's re-roll, though. Still got plenty of gold. Can we get anything else cool? Another bayonet. Adjacent items. Ooh. That would be pretty decent, huh? It's like, how do I make that work, though? I probably would want it on the musket. I'd have to rearrange the entire board, and I think then we'd end up getting rid of the switchblade, right? I don't think that's worth it. Alright, who do we got here? I think we go for the hard fight. Let's see how good we are now with the grenade and the musket. Well, this guy's all about healing and shielding. Oh, and freezing, apparently. Ooh. This is kind of rough with the freezes if they hit the ramrod. So this guy's whole goal is to make it to the sandstorm, huh? And it's kind of working. The repeater is not out of ammo yet, actually. Okay, well, we won in the sandstorm, but you could definitely see what his build was trying to do. It was just trying to freeze up your board and survive long enough for you to just die to the sandstorm. Freeze 1 item for 2 seconds. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this. So we'll probably just sell this ice cream truck because it sells for 12. Some chocolate bars. Do I get more chocolate bars? Like I said, max health is kind of the strategy, I guess. This time, make sure I actually sell my stuff, though, first. Sell this ice cream truck. Oh, we leveled up. Teaches haste and charge skills. Teaches poison skills. Teaches gold tier skills. Do they not all teach gold tier skills? They're all gold tier things. So I don't want the poison, obviously. I either want this guy or this guy. Speeding up what we're doing would probably be big.
Actually, I'm human. The third eye?
Oh, so this is not guaranteed to be gold tier. When you haste your items, I don't have haste. Oh, I didn't realize these meant, like, you have to have haste. I thought it would give me haste.
A mile is just a measurement.
Gosh dang it, I should have gone with the other guy then.
Are imaginary.
Let's check out what gumballs are. Okay, well, let's sell our chocolate bars then. Because I assume they're going to be like chocolate bars. Okay, what do these do? Sell this, we get max health. Your weapons get 1 damage. Your shield items get 1 shield. Okay. I assume this still gives my shield items more shield even though I don't currently have any, or does it only work on the items I currently have? It might only work. I think I'm going to spend a lot of money here. Oh, we can only buy it twice. I see, I see. Okay, so we got another guy. He seems to have lost on this day. What do we got? Okay, so just... We'll keep those shield items there for now. Or if we have an opportunity to sell them for money.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Alright, what the heck does this guy do? We haven't seen a robot yet. He looks like he does a lot of damage. I'm slightly concerned. Come on. Just, like, kill him or something. Please. Ooh! He beat me. I thought I had it there for a second. So how did everything do? The grenade is not pulling its weight, huh? What the heck is this thing? Why did this atrocity do so much? I mean, that's the other problem. Like, I just don't understand what's happening half the time. And I grabbed a useless skill here. That didn't help. But we're learning. We'll try and finish up this run, so... I feel like we've kind of made some pretty big mistakes. Maybe we could at least get to 7 wins, but it's getting kind of tough. Sells haste, slow, and cooldown items. Get a small friend? Sure, let's risk some coin. We got a lot of money.
A chance.
Gain... How much does this cost? Gain 5 to 10 gold? XP? Max health. Give me the max health.
Bless you with health. Do not.
It almost gave me the lowest amount possible. Buy medium items. Just have the swords. Dig for a free item. It could be anything, but you can only keep 1. Alright, let's do that.
Imagine the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
What is this? When you win a fight against a monster with this, get a random loot item. When you sell this, your leftmost item gets 2 value. Burn both players. What the heck? I guess I'm taking the boomerang because I could sell it. And it's going to give me... I don't know if this needs to be on the board to give me that thing. I could reroll, actually. I should probably reroll because none of these are really useful. A piñata. When you sell this, get 3 chocolate bars. Okay. When you sell this, this gets 1 value. It shields for triple its value. Slow 2 items. Let's go again. The core. Isn't that... I can't use the core, right? That's specifically robot dude. This has ammo. That's interesting, but because everything else I have already has ammo, it makes this really difficult to use. I don't want any of these items. None of this is helpful. You have a vehicle at the start of each fight, use this. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just spending infinite gold re-rolling. None of this is worth anything to me. This has multicast 1. +1. Guess I'll take the cutlass, but mostly because I just didn't want to keep spending gold at that guy. Alright. Should I trust myself to try and beat this Bouncer-tron, or should I... take it easy? I think I should maybe go easier because I am not doing very well at the moment. That's a lot of damage all of a sudden. Well, I'm kind of glad we went with this one because I don't know if we could have beaten something harder.
Not even a battle?
What is this?
Skirmish.
At the start of each fight, burn 17. I mean, I guess that does something. It's better than nothing. Regeneration equal to your level. That's interesting. Yeah, give me that. It gives us a little bit of healing then, right? We just heal for 8. I don't know. I assume that's like every second or something? Who knows? This silver tier weapon. Silver tier loot item. Silver tier item. I guess the weapon. The grenade. Yep, that's good enough for me. Upgrade our grenade. So now the grenade and the musket are both at the same damage. Gain 1 XP. Chocolate bars, non-weapons. Give me the XP, I guess. Alright, so we have 8 prestige, and it's day 8, so I think we lose if we lose here.
We're out to dethrone a king.
Or is it... Wait, isn't there like a last stand or something? Where when you hit 0... you get to keep... you get 1 more chance. This is not looking good. We can't even break this guy's shield. He's got way too much shield. And our scaling is not enough. Yeah, okay, well I just got destroyed. Yeah, so the problem seems to be that my build sucks and it doesn't scale. Everyone else's build like scales over the course of the fight. My build appears to be like a try and one-shot them immediately build, except it sucks, so it doesn't do that. Yeah, I think I made some mistakes, but I'm not exactly sure what they are. What do we got here? Is it a random enchant? I don't know what enchantments are. Choose a free diamond tier item. Maybe that could save us, huh? I don't know if you get something special for getting to level 10. Part of me wants to go for XP, but I guess we can't lose because we get the entire next day. So I think we'll get enough XP anyways. So sure, give me a diamond tier item. Maybe that'll save the day. Weapons to the right of this have 100 damage. When your enemy uses an item, freeze it. That's pretty good. The start of each day, get a small item from any hero. I kind of think we should go this, huh? Just like put this all the way to the left. What do we got here anyways? Yeah, maybe it's time to change up how we're playing this game. If we toss the repeater, so it's just not doing it. We're bringing out the cutlass. Because it's got multicast. I don't know. How did it get multicast 3? Didn't it only have multicast 2 earlier? What happened? And then we're putting the cutlass on the right so it gets the extra damage. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. We'll put the switchblade there because I think the switchblade, every time it multicasts, will also proc on it. And we'll put the revolver away. I think we put the amulet away. Because we no longer rely on critting, really. And then we buy this.
I will not fail you, Father.
And now this cutlass deals 3 times 140 damage every single time it goes off. That seems way better than what we had previously. Question, what's better? The grenade being next to the switchblade? I suppose it's probably not going to matter that much. Get a scrap. Okay, we need to be careful now because I have a full stack of items. I probably should sell stuff. We might bring back the katana then, huh? Let's sell this. We're never going to use that. Could potentially use the pop snappers to just reload the musket. Stop using the ramrod. I think we're bringing back the katana. Go like katana here, because now the katana gets the 100 damage from this. And then I could put the crit rate back. What's to the left of this? Aquatic items have their cooldowns reduced. I don't think I have aquatic items. So the question is, I could like use the revolver as well, which is probably the play. The repeater's no longer good because we're not using enough ammo items. Well, just the one shot of the musket is not particularly great. It is like an immediate 500 damage. But the cutlass is kind of more than that. Do I just slot the grenade in to just be like 500? Well, I guess it's not 500, but it's a chance at 500 damage. Well, we've done something interesting now, haven't we? We completely changed up everything, but I think it's actually way stronger than what we had. So the question is, do I sell this stuff? Probably. So what was I making room for? I don't exactly know. So I don't have shields, so I can't imagine that that's any good. Aquatic items, maybe they would be better filler than like the grenade. I think the revolver is probably pretty good with 100 extra damage. Let's go here.
Find it in the sea. That means it's treasure.
Okay, destroy this and all smaller items for the fight. Okay, well that doesn't seem very good because all my items are smaller than that. Shield equal to quadruple this item's value. What exactly? It just lowers their cooldown? Well, that's unfortunate because he wants to be on both sides of the figurehead. Let's refresh. The start of each fight, use this. I mean, this is probably better with a 30% cooldown than the grenade.
Little secret. You're the only air breather I like.
Because it goes off immediately. I don't know, maybe the grenade's better, but... Start the next fight with 100 shield per level. Temporary boost, sells items. What are we at? We're at 1 prestige. So we're gonna fight a monster, which a monster can't actually kill us. Kinda thinking maybe just get a temporary boost. Can we get weapon damage? I think it's weapon damage. Alright, what are we doing here? Level 11 roaming island. Let's see how good this is, and then we'll probably have to sell some stuff. If we win. I guess if we don't win, then we got problems. It's looking pretty decent so far. Okay, so that guy's build didn't end up doing anything.
Waste of gunpowder.
Your rightmost heal item... Okay, well that does nothing. Okay, we leveled up. Enchanted item. Enchanted item with heal effects. I think just enchanted
Have you
item.
ever considered becoming triangular?
What does that mean? First of all. Second, like... Is there any way for me to preview what's happening here? It just does it. Okay, I don't know what we just did. I lost a multicast. Oh no, I made a mistake. That's not good. I guess this item was already enchanted, maybe? Because it had +1 multicast? Oh, jeez. How was I supposed to know that this weapon was enchanted? I could have enchanted the katana. That would have been way better. Yeah, jeez. Well, I guess it's not terrible. Now, it still has multicast too.
We don't move.
So it will
I'll
slow
lead the
4
mutiny
items
myself.
when it goes off, which is not the worst thing that's ever happened. But I'm still a little bit
Life
upset.
is risk. Will
What do
you
we
take
got?
it?
Last time I went for the max health, I think I still want the max
A
health.
longer life is not always a gift.
Sells skill upgrades. Yeah, give me a skill upgrade. Okay, that's useless. That's not great, but it does something, at least. Okay, so there was no opportunity for me to sell my stuff. So I guess we're just running it like this and hoping for the best, huh?
Go ahead. Underestimate.
I think our
Makes
run is
this more
terrible.
fun.
I made mistakes. Oh, he's got katanas too. But his is a deadly katana. It has lifesteal? That seems rude. Okay, we just did a lot of damage though. Alright. We did pretty good. So the run continues. We're not dead yet. Okay, his katana was pretty crazy. He went with like a 1-weapon build, huh? Oh, because he has the silencer that reduces the cooldown of it by 25%. And then, so he's just trying to like make the katana go crazy. Our cutlass was almost as good as his katana though, and it slowed down his thing. These might not have been the greatest to fight a guy with 1 weapon. Because I don't know if slow stacks. Alright, day 10. Get 5 gold. Temporary boost. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Give me the 5 gold, I guess. Weapons. Chocolate bars. Spare change. I guess a weapon upgrade. If we could get another cutlass. Okay, there's the flagship. That one guy was using flagship, which was pretty good. This gives weapons 12 more damage. Which seems better than this thing. Maybe. Okay, I think it's time to get rid of stuff. Sell that. I think we want that. The good thing about this is it goes off immediately. But this also does that, but it takes 6 seconds.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Okay. could re-roll still. I got a lot of things to sell, so... Yeah, that was worth it. We got 2 upgrades. Sniper rifle. This deals 3 times more damage if it is your only weapon. Okay, I could see how that would be good. I think we're kind of past that, but... So to be able to buy both of those, I need to sell some stuff. Sell that. That's not coming back. That's not coming back. That's enough. Oh, I don't need to sell anything else.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Okay, and this... Why does it not tell me what's going to happen if I buy this?
Nufo teaches stillness.
I think it just got more damage.
Action.
Alright, well. What next? This guy's level 12. So last time we went with the middle tier, and that kind of seemed like just about what we could handle. Let's do that again. Because we'll level up even if we beat this guy. Wowzers. We probably could have gone a little bit harder, huh?
Spineless as a jellyfish.
Okay, what does this give? This could have been okay, but I don't think it's going to work out for us. Alright, we leveled up. Poison skills, crit skills. Skills unique to Vanessa. That sounds pretty good.
Well, well, well. Look what the tide washed in.
The first 10 times you use an aquatic item each fight, haste 1. Oh, I put away all my aquatic items. Your weapons have plus... Okay, that's going to be a lot, huh? So we have a lot of weapons.
No.
Yeah, here we go. Sharpening, plus weapon, or plus damage. Well, let's see how this works. When you sell this item, your leftmost gains 10 damage. Upgraded item. Sure, let's just keep going for these super high rarity things. Let's just... The cutlass is the thing that does everything, so... Wait, when did you get upgraded? Oh, for some reason I thought I upgraded this to gold, but I upgraded it to diamond. Yeah, okay, let's upgrade the cutlass.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Okay, it only gave us 10 more damage, but it is what it is. Put this over here. Let's sell this to give that 10 more damage. And let's move this all the way over to the right. Wait, it didn't actually give it 10 more damage? Where'd the 10 damage go? Did I do something wrong? Well, did it say rightmost? I thought it said leftmost. Well, I mean, whatever. Nothing I could do about it now, I think.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
What the heck is this thing? I have no idea what's going on here. Ow. That did 1,000 damage. Okay, but I also did a lot of damage. Oh, come on!
All cannon,
I
no
lost.
ball.
Is that it? Did we lose? What the heck? Oh, he life-stealed so much from that.
I am the last daughter of House Corzina. My father lives through me.
That's it, huh? Well, I wouldn't say that went very well. Could have done better not having an item like this that does nothing. And I messed up a lot of stuff over the course of that, but we learned a lot of things. So hopefully we could do better in the future. Winchester, why, see, this is stupid. Why show me a screen like this? Also, why right-hand weapon has plus 20 damage? Get out of here. Why show me a screen like this? I'm not playing ranked. Like, this is just obnoxious. Someone had to design this screen to try and make you feel bad about not having played ranked, and then they, like, want you to subscribe and stuff, like... The monetization is too in your face, and I can't get rid of this stupid right-handed weapon. We did a daily challenge. Oh, that's another thing. I remember that the... Apparently, like, completing the battle pass, if you are free to play, is impossible unless you literally play 27 out of 30 days in the month. That's another really bad decision that they made. So... Yeah, there's a lot about this game. Like, the gameplay is pretty fun. But there's a lot about this game that just makes you feel bad about playing it. I think I'll play it a little bit more, though, at least. And... Like, I like the gameplay, and I'm sure there's a lot of potential. I don't even want to look at all this. Just trying to click on the menus, because we couldn't click on the menus before. What is this? Oh. Right. So, yeah, that was our first run. Not great. Made a lot of mistakes, but... We'll give it a little bit more of a try, and I'll probably give them a chance to, I think, fix whatever this mess that they've created is. I don't know if they will, but we'll give it a little bit more of a go. And I'm sure that it being a free game, you could still have, like, a decent amount of fun for a free game. As long as you're not expecting to, like... be able to get everything and get all the characters and stuff quickly for free. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we'll probably be back with a little bit more of this, but we're also going to be doing some more Monster Hunter. Anyways, bye for now.